What's going on, guys? It's Shin here from CZeroMedia. In today's episode, I'm going to show you a little bit about how the Evo sits today, what I have planned for next, and show you the side exit that broke off. So first up, let me just show you what's going on with the side skirt right now. I think some of you have noticed it in one of my vlogs, but the carbon fiber plating for the side exit has completely blown off. You can see a little bit here that the side skirt is starting to melt, but not too badly. I don't really care about that. I knew that was going to happen anyways. As you can see here, the exhaust is also sitting like flush to the side skirt right now, which is not the way it should be. So I'm going to show you what's going on under the car real quick and what needs to happen so that it doesn't happen anymore. And my car isn't even that low, but I have to use a 4x4 to jack up the car, because if I try to put the jack as is, like how it is right now, that's just gonna break the side skirt, because that's not low enough to clear the side skirt to hit the frame. So I had to put this on top of the jack to lift up the car. Alright, so the car is jacked up, and yeah, make sure you use jack stands so you don't kill yourself if you're going under the car. And let me show you the issue here. So the exhaust is coming out of the side there, and that's where the exhaust hanger is located. You can see that I put a hose clamp there to prevent the exhaust hanger from going to the left, which is inside of the car. And you can see that it's still kind of loose, very loose. So what I need to do is, or what's happening first of all, is that this exhaust is moving so violently with the cammed out 272s in this car that it's moving inside. So what I need to do is get stiffer bushing or stiffer exhaust hanger so that this thing doesn't move around, and that's about it. Other than that, this exhaust fits perfectly, sounds great, looks awesome, and it's exactly what I hoped for. And while I'm down the car, actually, let's keep going under and show you what the exhaust dump setup looks like, because I'm selling that. So I kind of want to share with you guys how that works, and whoever buys it after me can use this video as a reference as to how to install it. That's the downpipe with the downpipe wrap coming off of it, and this is basically where my exhaust dump was installed with the electric control valve. So with the valve closed, it would be like your traditional catback exhaust, but with the dump open, it was dumping on this side. So I have here the electronic plug that I run through the under the car, and it goes through where the O2 sensor goes back into the cabin. You can see, right? So I'm just gonna remove this real quick. I already disconnected from inside the cabin. Alright guys, now I'm in the Evo. Let me just show you how I hooked up the switch for my exhaust dump system. So this is the switch I have left here. I'm sure you have seen it in my videos. It's very simple. All you have to do is plug in power and ground for the whole system, and then power and ground output goes to the QTP exhaust cutout. Now this power and ground, you can draw it from anywhere. You can draw it from a radio, you can draw it from your gauges, whatever. You can even do like add a fuse system, add the tap here in the fuse box. However you want to do it, all you need is power to this cable. Alright, so just for demonstration purposes, I quickly hooked up the exhaust dump cutout so I can show you how this all works. And sorry about the mess, sorry about the water, I just gave it a quick wash, but here is the exhaust cutout. So basically this is what you call test pipe, right? You can buy this from any store. You can also get it from CZeroMedia.com for like under $100, I think. So this is a test pipe, nothing special. So what's happening here is the aftermarket test pipe was cut in half, and this exhaust cutout was added. Now make sure that if you get it done, that the shop knows what they're doing, because you have to be careful with the flange angle because it's not the same. Okay, so you got one bolt here, one bolt there, and it's not the same linear pattern, right? So you got to make sure the angle is right. You got to make sure the lens is right also, so that it replaces exactly what the stock size should be. And here is the exhaust cutout. It just dumps from the side. And then the connector here, also dirty because I didn't clean the connector, but this is waterproof and it's under the car, no problems. It runs through to a, what I was talking about earlier. So you got power and ground going into the switch, and power and ground, just to show you, this is just a motorcycle, this is my 12-volt battery, just to show you how everything works. So real easy, right? Simple design. You just hit one of these switches, and it opens. You hit again, and it closes, just like that. Easy installation. All of you are familiar with the amazing sound my Evo made before the side exit. Now with the side exit, it's a little too loud to be honest, but that's okay. I don't really drive it anymore. So that's it. I just wanted to show you how the exhaust dump worked, because a lot of you were curious as to how that was installed, and there's plenty of footage of this setup on my YouTube channel before basically I installed the side exit. It was all exhaust dump at the dump pipe. So I'll probably post up this on evolutionm.net and put the sales thread link in the video description below, so check it out if you're interested in buying this exact same piece. And this is custom, so don't be asking me for this piece brand new off my website CZeroMedia.com, because I don't sell it. It's gotta be custom made by a good fabricator. Oh yeah, so I almost forgot. What's the plan with this Evo? Now that I'm building the LS6 FD that's gonna be beat the crap out of at the track, I probably wouldn't be racing this so much anymore. At least once the FD is finished. So what am I gonna do with the Evo? I actually thought about selling it a little bit, started pricing things out, but then I realized that this Evo is basically what makes my YouTube channel. So I trashed that idea, and then I was like, alright, so then what can I do to the Evo to play with it a little more and have more fun? And you know, as James from FNS Motorsports was saying, 700 horsepower is the new 500 horsepower. It's been super reliable, it's been beat the crap out of, and it has never gave up on me. It did bend a couple of valves here and there, only because there was like foreign objects in the intake system. It did blow up coolant hose, and head gas went once, but other than that, this car has taken all the abuse it could at 500 wheel horsepower, and this is on pump gas. So what I plan on doing now is go E85. In Michigan here in the US, E85 is everywhere. E85 is cleaner, E85 is cheaper, and it makes more power. You can dump more fuel into it, and it also runs cooler. So if I was to track this Evo again at like Waterford or something, where the track is really technical and curvy, I probably wouldn't have any more heating issues easier with E85. So with E85, what I need to do, because the car has built motor, built head, built everything, built transmission, built rear differential, what I need to do is put on bigger injectors, bigger fuel pump, E85, and tune, and that's it. So I might start working on this Evo again. In terms of the body, I am debating. I love the way it looks right now as it sits. I got the OEM fenders extended, as you can see there, the bracket, which looks awesome. Well, actually, you can see the tire right through my fender here, through my door. That's pretty aggressive. That's kind of race car. But I did consider going wide body on the Evo just because, right? But I don't like any of the Voltex kits. I don't like Varis kits. I don't like any of the aftermarket Evo wide bodies. I wanna do, if I was to go wide body front and rear, I wanna do like a strip around the wheel arch, weld that in, mold that in, and make it nice and flush, so it doesn't look like it's, I want to make it look like it's part of the body. I don't like Voltex wide bodies because it looks like it's bolted on, it looks like a robot, it looks like a Gundam machine. I'm not so big into that. Now that doesn't mean I don't like that look. I think some cars are great, like you look at the Scion FRS or now the Toyota FT86 or whatever it's called now. I think Rocket Bunny kit looks great on that, was bolted on kit. I just don't like the way it looks on Evos. I just want to keep making Evo videos for you guys, you know. I'm not gonna sell this car until I'm done making as many videos as possible. When there's a time that I'm like, damn, there's absolutely nothing I can do to the Evo, there's absolutely nothing I can talk about the Evo, then I might consider selling it. Another reason why I'm not selling the Evo or the certain BRX7 or the Datsun or that LS FD anytime soon is because these cars are probably not gonna depreciate anymore. I know the FDs and the 260Z is not gonna depreciate. It's starting to appreciate at this point. I mean, look at your Supras, look at your Skylines, look at your 300ZX, and look at your, you know, all these 90s awesome Japanese cars all starting to come up in value. And this car being 2003, and Mitsubishi does not make Evo 8s and 9s or any Evos for that matter anymore, I think it's going to start appreciating here in the future. And as all of you know, I spent $30,000 into the car just in parts, so I'm gonna lose money anyways. It's not like I'm in rush to sell this thing, so maybe someday I will sell it for $30,000 once the Evo appreciates in value. As much as I like modifying cars, playing with it, destroying it, upgrading it, and wasting all this money in parts, I do want to be financially responsible. I won't be able to own all these cars if I didn't make smart financial decisions with my toys. So, you know, it might be a good idea right now to hold on to the Evo. So that's what's to come with the Evo. I'm thinking probably 700 to the wheels, maybe tone it down to 650 and hit the track again and see if I like the Evo even more. It'll be stupid quick at 700 wheel horsepower. I mean, it is pretty quick as is. So it's a pretty damn quick car as it sits today. So I'm looking forward to playing with this Evo a little more. It won't be going away from my channel anytime soon. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about this Evo or comments or feedbacks on what kind of modifications you want to see done to this Evo, please let me know. Just don't tell me anything ridiculous like full Voltex kit or like 1000 horsepower, because that just doesn't make sense to me. So thanks again to everyone for tuning in and following this build. This Evo has become like a internet famous, so yeah, I can't get rid of it. That's it. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.